memories. Yay! I see the Rainbow High dolls! Yay! Wow! But do they all not have a part line? Oh, you know what? I want a doll with a part line! Oh, but... Oh. Don't worry, don't cry about it. We'll get you a doll. Perhaps I can ask for some help. Hi!
What's happening, kids? Can I help you in any way?
Oh yes, my brother really wants a doll and I'm trying to explain.
Yes, girls, you know...
They've all got no parlance!
Oh dear. Don't you know your sister Skylar here had no part line? We gave her a part line in a previous video.
Really? You can do that?
Yes, child. I didn't have a part line either. And look what they gave me.
How?
Let me explain to you one more time. Your sister and we had Partline surgery. So go ahead, child. Choose whichever doll makes you happy. We'll give her Partline surgery and she'll be yours in no time.
Huh? Where did she go? Oh my god! I want Ayesha! Let's go get her!
So Ayesha has completely no part line, but for Robin she has a slight side part, and I'm actually gonna remove that right now just to give her a middle part because it matches with her printed on baby hairs. As you can see, I'm using cosmetic scissors. Some people use this to trim eyelashes, some people use this to trim nose hair. Yeah, I feel that this tiny little scissors gives me a lot more control as to where I want to cut out certain bits of hair. So after removing her entire side part, which is not of much use to me because it isn't actually a full side part, I am going to use some fabric glue and I'm going to place the hair on a sheet of paper. What I do here is I dip the ends of the hair into the glue and spread it nicely and massage it into all the hair using my fingers. So just the tips of it because I want to make this something like hair extensions. You know, when you have hair extensions, they have a beaded area or it's like hard, and then the rest of the hair, you know, you don't dip the whole thing into the glue. Right now what I'm doing is I'm searching through her head to see certain sections where her hair is rooted too closely together. It is rooted so closely that the spots are like touching each other almost like a part line. So I will remove alternate strands of hair. Of course we don't want to remove so much hair from the doll that it will be bald, but nobody actually lifts up the hair to look at the back of her head. So yeah, you know, nobody will actually notice it missing. But there you can see I've harvested some hair. I cut them so it will be even, just slightly trim it, and I dip them in glue again. Right now you can see I have 3 sections of hair, and those that are semi-dry I am separating it into little strands of like looks kind of like hair extensions from what you can see. Just the tip of it has glue. Yeah, so and then you will let it dry completely before rerooting. So although it looks like I'm doing this very quickly on video, it actually is quite a quick process. So once I have many extension like pieces, I will start to reroot the doll's part line, and I will draw a line with a watercolor pencil before I actually start rooting her hair. So as you can see, I'm using my tagging gun to root the hair in with the hard side of the hair in the needle of the tagging gun, and then I push the hair in and press the trigger. I have a lot of tutorials on how I do this. I hope you will check out my other videos so you can see how it's done. I try to leave a link somewhere at the side so you can see how it's done. Right now I have slowed down the video to its actual speed so you can see how I reroot the doll and in a little bit more detail, so in case you don't want to skip to another video. Earlier on I stabbed a huge needle into the hole using a needle which has a handle. It's actually called an awl, A-W-L. If you can see, each time I want to pierce a tuft of hair in, it actually isn't wide enough, so you know the hole shrinks very quickly, and I use that. Right now I'm piercing it into her head just to, oh sorry, I moved off screen, but I just leave it in her head just to widen that hole for a while so that it is much easier to push the needle of the tagging gun in, and then you pull the trigger and basically the hair is already in. Now obviously the hole will start to close up after a while, and it will be tight, but it will not be so tight that it is secure, so I do put some glue into the doll's head after. So as you can see, as I root into the same hole, I pull some hair to the left and some hair to the right, and that will give you a very tight part line. You don't have to do the tatching method where you crisscross the hair, because as you root them into the same hole, you just pull some hair to the left and some to the right, and after this, after gluing everything, you just give a quick boil wash. Actually this process of rerooting is quite a quick one. I would say I can be done with it in about 1.5 hours, or sometimes even an hour. It doesn't take long. It's just, you know, preparing the hair, harvesting the hair, washing out the hair gel before, all that kind of things. Yeah, so you can see right now, oh sorry, I keep moving off screen, but I'm not very good at this yet. But as you can see, I've already got quite a part line. So I continue doing this all the way down her middle part, and as you can see, the holes that I root are quite far apart actually, so they are not so close together, because I will be so sad if I had a doll that I rerooted and her scalp split. Actually, I did that with an old Sasha doll, but I just realized now, you know, you leave the holes a little bit wider apart and then you root in more hair, much more hair, make it thicker. Eventually it will cover up that patch. So you can see the part line has already started going. I'm only 3 holes in and it's kind of covered almost half of the part line. So you just do it all the way to the back. I guess if you need more hair, you can harvest more hair from behind, but I think I had enough, and this doll had so much hair. I was so happy that it did not look bald at all. In fact, after the whole rerooting process, she had really a thick amount of hair. I was very happy with it. Yeah, and you can take this opportunity, like I've done in previous videos, to share the doll's hair with each other. So you know, you can take some light blue hair from her and you can transfer it to another doll which needs light blue highlights, and you can take from another doll and transfer it to you know, somebody else, and then they can have different colored highlights. This is one of the fun things about doing partial reroots. It's very fulfilling, but most of the hair has been rooted in. I'm just, you know, partially rerooting, so it doesn't take so long but at the same time you have something that is, you know, custom to your doll only, and only you have it. So right now I was using the tagging gun to push in that tuft of hair that wouldn't want to go in. And you can see all that hair is to the left side of the doll. Now I'm going to root in another strand of hair into the same hole, and then I will pull that. Oh, I also pulled it to the left side. I'm widening it with the awl again. You can buy all these stuff online, and so I just make that hole a little wider, and right now I am rooting it again and pulling it to the other side. You see how tight the part line looks. It's even tighter than the other process of, like, you know, doing 2 rows of hair and then crisscrossing the hair. This is a much tighter look that you will get, and it's also less risky because you will not have to do so many holes and then crisscross and risk her having a scalp split. If you've ever had a scalp split before, I mean not your scalp, but the doll's head scalp, you can actually use epoxy to fix it, but it's a very messy process. Just, you know, if you could avoid that at all costs, it will be so much better. If you need, I can try to do a video on fixing scalp splits, but I don't have a doll with a split scalp. Just let me know in the comments if that's a common thing. Yeah, I said I wasn't going to talk in much detail about the reroot process, but I just did. But yeah, anyway, check out the other videos and you will also see that actually I will explain it in more detail how to use the tagging gun to reroot. You can use it to reroot a whole head. So yeah, right now I'm just gonna leave the video to fast forward so you can watch the rest of the process. So before I go, I just want to tell you, like, some people say you can use a reroot tool to do this. Yes, of course you can. I will not stop you. But with this process, I find that you can use the entire length of hair. So you lose a tiny bit of length because of the part that you glue and, you know, the part that you punch into the head. You will just lose like a tiny bit of length. But if you use a reroot tool, I think you have to fold the hair into half before you push this in. So our main aim is not really to buy more doll hair, but to just use extra hair in the back of her head, on the side, wherever it's too densely rooted. And hooray! Look, I have a full part line. Now I just have to boil wash her.
There we are! All done, girl! Thank you, Cheryl. I love it.
You're welcome.
I've now got a part line, and oh, I can wear my hair down, and I don't have to be in an eternal ponytail. I'm so happy.
I'm done, girls. Wow!
You look stunning, Ayesha.
Thank you. If you would just move the camera up a bit, you can see my part line. Isn't it gorgeous, girls? Look at that. And I've got curls for days. Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. Thank you, Cheryl. Your salon is just the best.
Yes, girl, I love it so much. I can't believe that they still consider you a student in the salon.
Thank you so much, girls. I guess I'm the expert in fixing part lines, am I?
Yes, you are. Shall we go shopping, Ayesha?
Ayesha!
Ayesha?
Ayesha!
Looks like she's so happy she's decided to pose in doll pose eternally.
Let's go shopping then. Come on.
Oh wait, you have to help some of my friends.
Sure.
These girls too. They don't have part lines.
I thought I'm gonna get a break. I hope you like this video. Please subscribe if you haven't already and give a thumbs up if you want to check out how I move my parting from a side part to a middle part and I got bangs. Check out my other videos right here. And if you want to see more details of how we reroot